Rolling green hills, pastures, and quiet. This isn't Ireland, but according to the Irish owners of the Blackthorne Inn, it reminds them of home. In fact, that's part of the reason people come here. They call it the Irish oasis in the country.
Who are involved in the restaurant, my parents, my mother and father, and I have 4 sisters and myself, and just the Irish hospitality. If you were to stay here for 3 days and not leave the property, you would actually think you're in Ireland just because of the Irish hospitality that we give with the Irish breakfast and the sing songs and just the social atmosphere of it.
The Blackthorne Inn is more than a restaurant and lovely pub. It's more than 14 rooms and cottages for guests to lodge. Situated on 48 acres, some of which were part of the Ashby's Gap Turnpike battlefield in the Civil War. The inn is a timeless place filled with history, and it's that ambiance the travelers are seeking to find.
And I just love the area, the old stone walls. It's a lot of fox hunting in the area, thoroughbred horse racing, so it reminds me so much of Ireland and of home. And so that's kind of why we picked the rolling hills and it's on the foot of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and that's kind of why we picked this area.
We've been to Ireland a couple of times. My husband is Irish, and it does remind me of Ireland. I think it really does. The countryside is just lovely, and all the horses, and it's beautiful.
So what would you recommend to someone who had moved here from Ireland and hadn't found this place yet?
I would suggest that they come out here and enjoy a nice Guinness and maybe a piece of fish. The fish was good. And stay here because I think it does remind me of that.
The inn offers Irish bangers and mash with peas and carrots, which is sausage and mashed potatoes for those not knowing what bangers are. The whole menu is a day of delectable dishes created by sous chefs. Anyone longing for the home-cooked foods of Ireland is certain to be well fed when leaving the table, and probably in need for a walk around the pond or the rest of the ground.
The building itself was built the main building, the old stone house, was built in 1763, and we're not sure if it was built by Lord Fairfax or if it was already built and he purchased it, but it was owned by Lord Fairfax, and then I believe in 1778 he sold it to George Washington, in which we have a copy of the trust of deed, which was handwritten back then.
The quaint cottages are in the hilly forest and offer privacy, comfort, and truly a feeling of being away from it all. A couple out hiking the hills for the day spent their evening at the inn's Wolf Tone Pub. They come here for the atmosphere and the popular Irish Guinness.
That I come here is that there's only 2 Irish places that I know of that are between here and the West Virginia state line, outside of the Fairfax area. There's here, and then there's the Irish Island, Middletown, Virginia, and both make you feel like you're back in Ireland.
The inn also has a ballroom for weddings, but if you're not ready for that event and just want a day spent in the similitude of the Irish hills, then travel west on Route 50 past Middleburg to Upperville, Virginia. When you see the Irish flag flying, you'll know you've come home to the O'Connors. In Upperville, Virginia, this is Kathleen Rush Hall for Georgetown University.